friends! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and let's talk about the things that I read in this month of January 2024. I'm telling you guys, the fact that it's the end of January, I'm filming this today on the 31st, is blowing my mind. And the fact that I've been this on it with the videos this year, I'm really stoked about it. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I didn't do as great this month as I was hoping to. I'm giving myself a pass though because I started a new job and I'm in office 4 days a week now. So we're letting it slide, but I wanted to talk about a couple of the things that I read this month, two of which I'll put a picture here. I don't have the actual physical books for because I listened to them on audiobook. So not much to say about these other than I enjoyed them. I liked them. I think I gave them both 3 stars. Nothing too crazy there to report, but again, since I don't have the physical books, I don't want to delve too deeply in them. Plus, they're both pretty short as well, so enjoyed them, liked them, both were 3 stars. Now let's jump into the physical books. So, the first one we'll talk about is Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Shauna McGuire. This is the 9th book in the Wayward Children series. I have read and enjoyed every single book in this series. Every January she comes out with a new one, and this one was, I think, one of my favorites. I really, really liked this one. It is a continuation of the overarching story that runs every other book in the series. So if you don't know, this series is essentially a portal fantasy that follows children that go into other worlds, kind of like an Alice in Wonderland, a Peter Pan type of situation, and then they come back to the real world and have to adjust and usually end up at a school led by Eleanor West, which is her school, who kind of helps them readjust to the real world. I, again, love this series. It follows our wonderful cast of characters. I don't even know for really this one if it's a spoiler, but if you read the one prior to this one, which was about Ancy, it basically is a continuation of her story from those. And this one was nice because I feel like 9 books into this, the one thing I did appreciate is there's a lot from the previous books that I had forgotten that she did kind of recap in this, which I liked because it did help refresh who people were and what they were about and what they had gotten up to in previous stories. At some point, maybe this year, I want to potentially reread the main story books of these series because the standalone ones obviously can be read by themselves. So yeah, like I said, always have enjoyed these. I like them a lot, and this one I think I gave 4 stars. Okay. Next, let's talk about a continuation of a book that I read last year that I finally finished. This was The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. Probably mispronouncing that, but this was one that I read for my friend's book club, or read about halfway through, and then we had the book club, and then I realized I hadn't finished the book, so I just went back and finished the version that I had, and now I can return it to the library, so it's definitely overdue, but that's why we're filming this today. So yeah, this one was fine. This is like a general fiction about these girls it's dark. Let's start there. They're watched by these boys in the neighborhood as they grow up through life, and by the end, or actually at the beginning of the book, you find out that all of the girls commit suicide in this family. So it's dark. It's not a super fun time of a book. These poor girls kind of go through it. Their mom has definitely got a lot going on. I liked it. I thought it was fine. Actually, no, did I really like it? Not really. I think I gave this one like a 2 star. General fiction just isn't my favorite. I do want to lean more into that world this year. Again, if you guys saw my reading goals for the year video, I want to lean more into the books genres and expand my reading tastes outside of my fantasy bubble. So yeah, this one was fine, but wasn't my favorite, and I'm glad that I'm done with it. Okay, for a super random one, I picked this one up if you guys saw my book outlet haul. This is A Pet Named Anxiety, Life with the World's Cutest Companion from Hell. This was just super quick, like I read it in maybe 5 minutes, and it was just like a funny thing about having anxiety. I thought it was fine, nothing too crazy to write home about. I thought it was gonna be more extensive, which is why I had picked it up, but it's a really light, funny type of thing. The cartoon animations in it are cute, but other than that, nothing too crazy to write home about, so I think I gave this one a 3. And the last one for January that I'll talk about in this video is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jennette McCurdy. I listened to this one on audiobook. This one is a trip. I know this was a huge book a couple years ago and I'd had it on my shelves for a while. I'm definitely leaning more into the memoirs this year as well, which it's been a minute for me since I've done that. I'm actually about halfway through Prince Harry's memoir as well and enjoying that. So yeah, I've got a few that I kind of want to go through that have been on my shelves for a while. Matthew Perry's, Tom Felton's, who else do I have up there? Elton John, Julie Andrews. I've got a few, so I'd really love to get through some of those this year. But yeah, this one, like I said, was a trip. I enjoyed it quite a bit. There was definitely more that I wish she would have included at the end of kind of her healing journey and kind of how she got to process all of the stuff that her mom did to her. If you guys don't know, this is obviously Jennette McCurdy, who was on a really popular Nickelodeon show, iCarly, and then came out with this whole tell-all memoir about her mom, who was an insanely mentally and emotionally abusive woman, as she comes to learn throughout the book. I'd obviously seen and heard a lot about this. I'd even seen interviews with Jennette kind of talking about her mom, and it was a lot more wild than what I expected. Fun fact, she also ended up growing up like 5 minutes away from my house in the same area, and my neighborhood is actually mentioned in this book, so fun fact if you've read it. Yeah, so that was kind of a fun little shout out that I was like, oh, I know exactly where she's talking about, which was kind of ironic. So yeah, just a wild time. I actually really ended up enjoying this, but I think I ended up giving this one 4 stars. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it, the memoir saga of my reading right now. And yeah, I'm tired, so I'm going to end it there. But just so you all know, because I'm sure you're wondering, we're still working our way through Crescent City 1. Do I now have the new book and it's staring at me on my shelves? Yes, I do. So hopefully for next month, you will be seeing a 3-book Crescent City wrap up if I can get through 3 books in a 28-day month, fingers crossed, as well as The Spare by Prince Harry. And what else are we currently in the middle of? My dragon vlog that still needs to get wrapped up from later last year. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a lot of stuff, guys. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to see more of my face, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.